Hi guys, my name is Mark, this is my cat Tiger, and we have some new snakes in town, brought to you by RAZER Germany. Let's go with the review, guys. So as I said already, RAZER Germany just sent me this new RAZER DeathAdder V2X HYPERSPEED. Basically, it's not a crossover from Adidas with Louis Vuitton or from Mercedes with someone else or from the whale with Adidas or whoever. It's just an internal gimmick, X HYPERSPEED. HYPERSPEED stands for the highest technology in wireless usage at RAZER. Basically, it offers you Bluetooth and 2.4 gigahertz mode, both in one, but the dongle, as much as I saw and understood and tried, only accepts 2.4 gigahertz. Bluetooth is just for your laptop or what else. So what is it? It's one of the most famous shapes RAZER is delivering right now. It's the DeathAdder. They sold over 10 million pieces of the DeathAdder shape in total over time. It goes back a lot of years already. This shape, which is an ergonomic shape, has a long history. It got a lot of evolving steps, a lot of newer models. Right now it has a broad variety of models in general. Mini, Pro, Special, Halo, whatever. There are a lot of models out there of it because people like it. It's a well-known shape, and a broadly used shape by a lot of people. So the acceptance and history and reliability and what people think about when they hear DeathAdder is widely spread and known. So they thought, okay, we made this Orochi thing, which is basically here. That was the first one with the, basically, for me, HYPERSPEED version, which is the grandfather of the idea of the new V2X HYPERSPEED model. Why it is the grandfather of it? Orochi was like the first one with those flip-off shell with battery inside, where you can just put your AAA or AA battery inside. Here I have a AAA inside, and well, that's basically the first step. And this one is the second guess, the second try. It's a bigger model from a bigger family, from one of the most important product families in the RAZER company when it comes to gaming mice. And honestly, I've done a lot of work to research a lot of stuff for you, and I played a lot of different models today and yesterday, and I tried them out, and basically I can tell you just by first impressions, this is the best one of all DeathAdders right now in my opinion, and I will explain you why after we go to the normal stuff we always do. We do the package now, we do the specs, and then I give you, after I showed you the software, a brief opinion about what I think it or who it is meant to. So let's start. The DeathAdder in general, so the new one, has this box. It got more environment friendly in my opinion, because you only get this plus one battery inside from Energizer, a AA battery, and the mouse comes in this foil. That's all what you get, and that's basically good because the box is the smallest so far I saw from RAZER, and you know, just by delivery, how it comes over to Europe, and however, the smaller the boxes, or so the smaller the size in general for sending, and the less material used, the more CO2 or the lower the carbon print is, you know. So it's just more environmental friendly in my opinion. That's good, that's a good way. Next time maybe it's even smaller and without the foil, you know, nice. I like it, it's a good step. It shows me even this company can look or is already looking further in the future for the next generations. So then you get this one. You get it out of the box, and when you see the datas and the specs on pages, here in Europe, Germany, we pay 70 euro for it. In the States, they pay 59.99 out of the shelf on Best Buy. So they are at 52 euro, which is basically nearly 20 euro less compared to German prices, but maybe German prices will get a fitting soon, because we already know that, for example, the Pro version was decreased from 150 euro to 88 euro, which is basically huge. This is nearly a decrease of over 40%, and that's pretty nice. Imagine you have 40% here. It's like, wow, that's 40 euro or 50 or below 50 euro then for a very good mouse, and I will explain you why. Because what you get here is the old shape with a little bit or with kind of redesign, and the redesign in general starts at the bottom, in my opinion, when it comes to the skates. The skates comparable to the Pro version are the flattest. That's still the same PTFE in my opinion, but the way they lay in, or basically the height they stand out of the plastic, is the lowest on every models I have here in general. Lower than on the Hochi, on the DeathAdder Mini or on the Pro. And the rounding is the best for me, and it has basically the smoothest glide. Also the sensor ring glide is very solid. I just show you a little bit. Looks basically, in the form looks the same, but for me it looks like the inlet in the plastic, so the mold in the plastic is a little bit deeper, so the PTFE sits a little bit deeper into the plastic and you feel more or closer to the pad, but there is no scratching, nothing. There's like a very good glide. I tested it on the RAZER DeathAdder pad because there's a small gimmick I will show you later. So was decent to play, no scratching, nice glide, good overall feeling. Out of the box, when you have it, it's like, not like they say here, like what are they saying? They say 83 gram. For me, out of the box without the battery, it's 77, 78 gram. And with a AA battery, it's up to 100 gram. With a AAA, it's like some grams less. So you're around 90 gram maybe. If you want to play it, it's okay. For me, it was handleable. I played some Kovacs with it. I played some Apex with it. Was totally good. There was no problem. As you can see, also they redesigned the buttons a little bit. There's no DPI button between the main clicks. You think, but how I change DPI now, and what are these little things here? That's the DPI cycle buttons now. You can cycle up and down, and overlay display, like you can see. Oh, you can't see. Why you can't see it? Software is on. Okay, well. What? You can't see it because I switched off DPI circle. Sorry, guys. So basically, when you press these buttons, you see on the display the DPI settings are changing. They're circulating, but I would keep it for 1. That's pretty good. So you can use these buttons for something else. For example, I don't know. If you have, I had my finger resting like here while shooting. The problem is, while you're shooting, you cannot use them, you know. But besides using them, you can, I don't know. You can maybe put heal on one of the buttons or whatever in your game, because when you're healing, you're mostly not shooting, you know. Or I don't know, maybe you heal and shoot same time. Please tell me the game then. So the position is very, I think I wouldn't have placed them there. I don't need any buttons, to be honest here. I only need those 2 main clicks. I also don't need the DPI button, so I would have kept it clean with only 1 and 2 as main buttons, and these 2 side buttons I would make a little bit smaller. They're really big in my opinion, but they're okay. There was no way they interfered with my aim, or there was a problem with my thumb when placing my thumb like this here on the side to use it to do something, to track, to flick, to whatever. I did never accidentally press them or something like that, so it was okay. In general, the switches have changed. If we compare it to some of the older ones, like the Viper Mini or the DeathAdder Mini or the DeathAdder Pro, which I don't know if you hear it already, have like, the sound is like weird. Why? Because it's not a mechanical switch. It's a very fast optical RAZER switch. It's very good, very low debounce, very good signal, keeps the delay very low, but the feeling is awful. It's crap. Then at the Orochi, that's the sound I want to hear. Why? Because it's mechanical. It's based on a Kale and it's likely reworked or redesigned or designed with the specs of Razer, or as Razer wanted it to be. It's 60 million click version, very snappy, very good. Not as snappy as the KL 8.0, but still very snappy. The same switch you have in this V2X HYPERSPEED. Here the sound is even more satisfying in my opinion. I like it a lot, to be honest. And for me, it was the right choice and the right step to go away, go back to mechanicals. I know the debounce is higher, but the feeling, you need the feeling. When you play shooter, tacticals or whatever, you want to feel the point. You need to feel the point, to have it in your head, in your brain, in your muscle memory when you want to use it. So that the feeling or the overall feeling will not disattract you, because a non-sensible feeling, because so a pressure point or yeah, the point where the click gets happened, where the signal gets sent, and you can't feel it because it's optical, without the spring, without how the switch is built up, a good mechanical switch is built up. You lose the feeling for very precise clicking at the right time. And for me, these opticals are like here. It's like a plastic vibe before. It's vibing a little bit, like a pre-travel, and then at some point it just clicks. It's like no feeling. You can't build up a memory for this click, so it's awful. So nice choice here. It's very good. It's working very good. As I said already, you can flip off the shell to put in the battery, and brings me to the software. I show you the software now, and then I give you my brief opinion about it. Software is still very big. It's the old Razer Synapse software. As I told you already, you can make DPI circulation up to 5 steps here. The minimum you can do is 2, so you can do, for example, 400 and 1600, 400 for Windows, 1600 for gaming, because higher DPI with lower sense gives you more feeling and micro, yeah, whatever, you know what I want to say. It's just better in gaming. And then you can change the polling rate, 125, 500, 1000 Hertz. It's okay. That's it basically for me. You can set the energy options, so when the your gaming mouse or the DeathAdder X HYPERSPEED gets kind of offline to save your battery power, you can set it from 1 minute to 15 minutes. That's okay, nice idea. I just sent it to 15, because if it's empty, I just change it, you know. You can calibrate it, and that's one really cool thing in my opinion. Razer just preset it, all the pads they have or had so far. But one thing I saw when I played all the mice from Razer yesterday and today, one thing is that it's just, if the pad, or let me say it this way, if the mouse is older than the pad, the mouse is not supporting the pad because they're not calibrated for them. And even if you update it, there's no new pad. The DeathAdder V2 is the only thing with a Razer Strider, which I have here, which is a very good pad, guys. It's one of the best pads I've ever had in kinds of control and glide on a hybrid pad, so on a plastic feeling pad. It's very nice. It's a little bit small and a little bit expensive, but in total it's nice, awesome product, high quality. And it's the only one with the profile for this. And I played a little bit around with the profiles, and I used a profile which I know. The pad is a smooth surface pad from Razer, so smooth cloth, and I just felt it. So the jumps made by the at 1600 dpi were way bigger. It's like the sensor checking of the structure, so of the everything which is on the pad gets different. They just change it. I think maybe they do something with the MCU and with the liftoff. They're working with the MCU and liftoff rates a little bit. And if you put it for a Strider here, it's awesome. But you also can just use standard if you don't have a pad which is supported here. In general, it's totally good. As I said already, you also can still set your these small buttons to everything you want to. For me, it's a good mouse, good gaming mouse. Price in the States is awesome. European price is awful right now. If the price will get fitted in Europe, it's nice. I don't know which sensor it is, but I don't care because it's working very good. There's still a little DPI deviation as always. Just check it yourself and find the right settings for you. Have fun using this mouse in stock if you want to, but now the real use case for me is just put the shell off, put this plastic out, put everything else out which is below, everything which is in weight or weighs something, just put everything else, do a cell mod out of it. I think in 1 week you will have half YouTube full of cell mods or whatever battery mods for the DeathAdder V2X HYPERSPEED, and just play a very good budget wireless RAZER product with, I think if they are done, you will have like 60 grams. And then you can have like an 65 gram ergonomic wireless mouse with good clicks, good glides, with good overall feeling, with everything you need to just play on a decent level without spending 110, 120 US dollar on a Logitech G Pro, for example. It's a good alternative, and I think if you're a person who is watching for price and pricing in general, this will be a good fit for you guys. And again, I want to say thanks to RAZER Germany for sending me this basically on the same day it got announced. And I hope you enjoyed the review, guys. If you have any questions or I forgot about something, just put it down in the comments below. I will answer as good as I can. And thank you for watching. See you in the next review, guys. Bye.